This is that Carb Alert Murray I got. This is a couple miles from my house. I just briefly power washed it. I'm gonna have to do it again. It had lots of broccoli underneath. The air filter was actually not bad. It's sitting over there. I washed it out with some soap and just leave it out in the sun. But this seems like it could be a candidate to get going. I did shoot some carburetor spray into the spark plug hole, pulled the cord, and it fired for a few seconds. It does need a new primer, and I'll probably get a new diaphragm. And I probably need to lubricate the recoil because it seemed a little noisy. So I just power washed this, and this primer is hard as a rock, so I'll have to change that. And I probably got some water in the carburetor from when I power washed it. But you know the routine on these. Gonna have to empty the gas tank, maybe put a new diaphragm on, maybe not. Oil change, sharpened blade. So what we'll do here, is we're gonna take off the gas tank and look at the carburetor and the gas tank, and it's a 3/8 here, and that's a 1/2.
The cover comes off with 2/4 inch. So take our 3/8 here. And we get to the 1/2 now. There we go. I'm sweating profusely here. It's where I am, it's hot and humid. So, to get this off, it's just pull this off, and then there's that one linkage, and you got this. We're gonna clean this off.
And go clean off the inside and take off the carburetor. Now that I've washed this out, we need to, I'm gonna take this, put it back on so I don't lose it. Put that back on the block. So to get this carburetor out, there are 5 bolts, perimeter bolts. We also need to get this primer bulb out because I need to replace it because this is hard and it probably won't prime anything. Everybody wants to know how old this is. The code 020625. So this was a 2002 model. I would have thought older, but whatever. So 5 perimeter bolts here. I won't bore you. You just go through, just don't strip them and take them all out. Once you get all the bolts out, then you want to carefully pull up on carburetor and try not to, we're replacing the diaphragm because it tore. So, and this really doesn't look that dirty in here. So, see, always make sure this piece is in there because otherwise it won't vent properly. Let's see, get some carb spray. Carb spray and a brush. maybe a paper towel. Hang on, let me go find one. Shine a light in. As you can see, it's pretty clean. So what happens is when this it pumps in, uses that diaphragm, it pumps in the gas from the breather, and it deposits the gas here, and then it it pulls it up from here in through the pickup tube. It goes here, and then it pumps it over into here, where there's another pickup tube there where the screen is, and that pumps it into the intake. So that's how these work. And I'm glad that doesn't have a hole in it, because I don't have any more of the B&S Classic gas tanks. But I do have new diaphragms and new primer bulbs. So that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a new diaphragm install and a new primer bulb install. The primer bulb out, take a flathead screwdriver, and then there's these two tabs on the side. You can push them in to get them out. You can see that tab right there. So you can push this in, and then it'll come out. We don't really care about this because we're going to replace it anyway, but in case I need to use the retaining ring for whatever reason, I like to be gentle. There we go. And I like to clean out in here too with some carb spray. Let's see. Oh man, that almost went in my eye. So, I do believe this one, yeah, that one. You spray in that one and it'll come out here and there. So this should be clean. Let me take off the screen here. Give it just a squirt. Put it back. My parts trays. I've got some parts. This is well, actually that's the wrong one. This is the one that doesn't have a hole in it. So this goes in like that, and we'll put this in later. But we're gonna focus now on putting a diaphragm back in. This is actually a used one. The diaphragm's still good, and the gasket's still good, so I'm just gonna reuse it. I do have a new one if this one fails to work. So you just diaphragm first, followed by gasket. It only goes on one way, so you can't screw it up. And orient the carburetor like this. So it goes like this. And the hardest thing about this is going to be lining up the bolts. So what I like to do is stick a couple in right here while I got it out. That'll line up the gasket, and then we can stick it on. Kind of like this, carefully. Now, just wanted to make sure. Yep, I got it on the right. So we start to put the first two down, and you do these alternating sides mechanically. Okay, now we got this on. Let's put the primer on. So put the primer on. You line up the tangs here with these holes in the side, like so. And you can use a flat-head screwdriver if you're careful to push them down slowly. What I like to do, let me go get my socket. I like to use 19mm socket to push it in, and then to push it in the rest of the way, you might need to use a screwdriver. You need to be really careful, otherwise you're going to pierce the primer bowl. What you do, you just push it in, you'll hear it snap into place. And what that does is it provides a good seal, so it can pump the fuel up and into the intake. The tank is pretty clean inside now. I did put a paper towel down it with some pliers and dried it out more inside. So I'm gonna stick this back on. So put this on, make sure you line up everything. Don't forget the breather. Make sure this O-ring and white retaining ring is here, otherwise it won't run right. And we stick the, let me get a better vantage point. Actually, let me do it this way. There. Well, huh. There. And no. Yeah. There. And then we put it in there. Yeah, we should be ready to go except for the air filter. Now we'll get it all back together. So we're just gonna stick some gas in it and see if it fires. The air filter is drying out, so I'll have to run it without an air filter. Plus, I may need to tune this a little bit as well. This doesn't look like it's on there right, but I'll take care of that. Okay, just gotta put some gas in it. That should be enough. So let's see if she primes. Yep, she's priming. Show you. There we go. Let's go see if this runs. She may smoke like the dickens. There we go. Smoking, but it could be just, it needs an oil change. My concoction oil, about 16 ounces of 10W30 Haviland over there, and some oil stabilizer mixed. Older engines like the oil stabilizer, it thickens it. So gonna mix it up and dump it in. So, ooh, that's a shout out to Henry from Mowers and Blowers. Go check out his channel. So, now this should be good. Okay, the final start. All I got to do now is gives us a buff shine and sharpen the blade. So you gotta go over, clean out carburetor, put a new diaphragm in, clean out gas tank, clean out air filter, new primer, new oil. Curbside fine. Prime and lift. Helps you have the spark plug put in. There you go. I might change the spark plug, but that'll be it. Later.